Okay, so we have an insurrection happening in the Cannon building. This is the march outside, the pro-Palestinian march going on outside. And then we have this happening inside of our building. I'm going to take you guys down so you can see what's happening on the third floor. Literally, they've come in and taken over. This is insanity. This is where the press does all their hits. Of course, they know what they're doing. They always know what they're doing.
Well, at least they didn't pull the fire alarm. What Marjorie Taylor Greene just said there was absolutely key. They know what they're doing. They always know what they're doing, and that is absolutely key to understanding what's happening in our nation. And we are going to find out in this video how ultimately to crush this. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent and insurrectionist times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, if you would, please share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. So it was J6 in October. The Capitol was once again overrun and shut down by a horde of violent insurrectionists who stormed the Cannon House office building to stage a mass protest in support of Hamas and the Palestinians. The breach into the building was even preceded by a firebrand speech from the ultra-radical pro-Palestinian representative Rashida Tlaib.
And to my president, to our president, yes, he's still on. Well, hold on. I want him to know, as a Palestinian American, is also somebody of Muslim faith, I'm not going to forget this. And I think a lot of people are not going to forget this. And it's not a threat. It isn't. They think we're joking. I mean, I think the White House and everyone thinks that we're just going to sit back and let this just continue to happen. No. The fact of the matter is, our lives are not safe with you or the forever impeached president. When are we going to feel safe? When are we going to stop funding continued, literally, oppression of indigenous communities? When are we going to say enough? It makes me so angry to have to say it, but I'm telling you, I'm talking to people that literally are like me. They literally believed in this party that was supposed to be inclusive of all of our opinions and our views and our political stance and all of these things. But what is starting to get really clear and very loud is that somehow many of us in this room, because of our political opinions, because maybe our faith is a certain faith, maybe because our ethnicity is a certain ethnicity, that somehow we're subhuman.
Now, what you just heard there was one of two major takeaways from all this. And actually, Marjorie Taylor Greene revealed the second takeaway. Both Tlaib and Greene are on the polar opposite sides of the political aisle, but they together revealed the two takeaways from all this. So let's start with Marjorie's takeaway. You heard her say it. They know what they're doing. These leftist activists in both the protesters and the press know what they're doing. They know precisely what they're doing in staging this mass protest in the Capitol, literally yards from where dozens upon dozens of J6 protesters were arrested and are being imprisoned. They know what they're doing in staging this publicly. DC Drano pointed out the obvious. Jamal Bowman pulls the fire alarm to obstruct Congress. No arrest. Rashida Tlaib coordinates with Hamas supporters to stage insurrection at Capitol. No arrest. Top secret docs in Biden's garage. No indictment. The DOJ is the corrupt laughingstock of the country. And they most certainly are, no question. But What we have to get here is that lawlessness that we're seeing on display here in the Capitol is absolutely purposeful. Just like the pathetic excuse of the Democrats and their pathetic surrogates in the legacy media when they claim that Bowman confused the fire alarm for a door opener. It was a simple, honest mistake. What's so key here is that they know you know what they're doing. And that's paramount because it's supposed to discourage you. It's supposed to demoralize you. So what am I getting at here? I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. But first, gang, are you ready to stand up and join the true resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead in the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We've punished Bud Light and Target. We've driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy. We've forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG. And we've even seen our glorious Trump-appointed Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click on that link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today. What was on display yesterday in our nation's capital is a woke system of governance known as anarcho-tyranny. We've all witnessed anarcho-tyranny firsthand in some way, shape, or form. An example I like to give is when a police officer charges you a $100 fine because your parking meter went 10 seconds over, all the while he ignores the homeless guy 5 feet away from you, shooting heroin and taking a crap on the sidewalk. That's anarcho-tyranny. It's a combination of legal exemptions for supposed victims together with legal weaponizations against supposed victimizers. And this is because the purveyors of wokeness see criminals as victims and the law-abiding as perpetrators. Law-abiding citizens perpetuate a political, economic, and legal system infested supposedly with racist and bigoted policies. And so criminality, when it's practiced by the protected classes of woke theorists, criminality is actually a cry for help. That, in a nutshell, is anarcho-tyranny. And it's literally destroying our nation's cities, where defunding the police and Soros-backed DAs have together unleashed a totally unprecedented violent crime wave across our nation. It's destroyed our nation's southern border, and now it's on full display in D.C., where insurrectionists rub our faces in their victim-granted license to riot. But what Rashida Tlaib said is the second takeaway in all of this, and that's the good news. It's the good news that a lot of patriots didn't see yesterday. Rashida Tlaib said it. You heard her. I'm not threatening Biden. I'm not threatening Biden, which of course translates into what? Rashida Tlaib was threatening Joe Biden. Of course she was, politically. And you heard it in the audience's reaction when she brought up his name. These Democrats and these far-left Democrats all booed. They booed Biden. This is precisely what we've been talking about over the last week and a half. There is a very real civil war that's broken out on the left as a result of the Israeli-Hamas conflict, where pro-Palestinian sympathizers and pro-Israeli apologists, both on the left, publicly began clashing with one another. Make no mistake, Democrats are deeply divided over this. And as I talked about in yesterday's video, this division is actually indicative of an even deeper rift inside the left when it comes to wokeness, where woke issues, we're finding more and more, they divide the Democrats. Liberals like Bill Maher and Piers Morgan are dead set against all things woke. All the while at the same time, Republicans are completely united against all things woke. So wokeness splits the Democrats and unites the Republicans and independents for the most part. And so this Israeli-Palestinian divide promises to intensify that political rift even more on the left. And with a weakened, divided left, together with the social rot that accompanies anarcho-tyranny, we may indeed be seeing the beginning of the end for all things woke.